Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Kureon. Of course, I am Stuart, your Dungeon Master, joined as usual by my wonderful cast. So, the last time you joined us for the last chapter, our brave band had found their way into the Palepire Muck, a swamp on the eastern side of the continent of Calrim. Within, they were looking for the reasoning behind bodies turning up, bone shards and skulls, little more than that, and no flesh at all on any of the bodies. When they went to the site, they found at the bottom of the trenches that they had dug, where they were mining peat, pools of blood and tracks leading away from it into the forest. Thanks to Ronan's expert tracking skills, they managed to find their way through the woods, coming across a boat that would help out some of the shorter members of the party, to a small camp. After some unfortunate stealth checks, the camp was alerted to their presence, and in a daring, dangerous, and almost fatal encounter, they, through their ingenuity, managed to deal with the entirety of the camp in a way that I'm still not quite sure actually happened. Thanks to Tilly's whatever that was, they succeeded in their destruction of the camp and found that it was a camp for a cult of Yinogu, the Gnollish demon lord. And that is where we begin the session, with you just having opened the chest in the cultist leader's hut. And you were just rifling through the belongings, the items you found in there and figuring out what they were. And that was where we'll start. So, the sun is going down in the sky, though not much of the sky is actually visible beyond the heavy canopies of the swamp, but the light level is further decreasing from the general murk that this place has at the best of times. Outside, you see the thick peat fire burning in the center of this camp. The rest of the hut strangely empty, as all of the bodies of the people involved in this were around 100 foot back away from the camp. Needless to say, regardless, it is, however, a grisly sight, as hanging near the fire are the dead bodies of what would be travelers or other people that have found their way into the swamp. But it is silent and still. What would you like to do?
This town we were supposed to be looking for, did we have any idea how far into the marsh it was?
You weren't told, but an exact amount. You were told a fair distance.
Okay. That could mean a lot of things.
Yes.
And how late in the day is it?
You're probably close to like 8, 9 o'clock. So, but being midsummer, the light stayed around for quite a while.
It stayed around so far, but probably won't for a lot longer.
No.
How long did it take us to get this far into this one?
Well, you set off about 10 a.m. this morning. Yeah, into the swamp for the first time. So you've been in this swamp for most of a day now. So, but that includes you stopped for a while earlier, and you obviously had that big fight and everything, and you had a lot of traversing through the swamp as well.
I don't super think we want to go looking around the swamp more in the dark.
No, we're all like 50 Shades of fucked after that fight, so I feel like we should fortify and sleep.
Probably, yeah.
Is this area where the campsite is with an opening in the canopy of the trees, or is there still a canopy above this whole area?
There's still a canopy over this area.
Well, that's worrisome then. We can't let the fire go out.
Yeah, I think we should sort out like a watch order and maybe take like a proper rest.
What are the chances that some of them are, out there hunting, scouting?
Probably pretty high, which is why we need that watch.
Yeah, I'll take first watch.
I'm still fine actually. I can do it as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do pretty much the whole night if need be. Anytime during the night.
I don't miss the show.
Jamie is super quiet, dude.
Just cranks his microphone up a bit more.
How am I now?
Still very quiet.
Maybe Windows?
I'll just take whatever watch shift is like left to me.
Okay.
Well,
Because you've got... You have no elves in this party, which means that you can only do 2-hour watches instead of 4-hour watches. So you actually need 4 watches.
Yeah, I can do the whatever watch. I'll make sure just beforehand though to spend some time going around the camp searching for tracks leading out in other directions. To see if there's anything that, like, if there is like a hunting party that's gone away from the camp that wasn't part of the big group.
Yeah, of course. Could you make a survival check then for me?
Sure. That's a 10 total.
Okay. It's kind of hard. It's getting dark around here. You're only working by firelight, and the ever-shifting nature of this swamp means that it looks like, as far as you can see, everything's been washed away. So, what watches are people taking?
I'm taking first.
Okay. And then second?
I'll take second. Okay. I don't mind.
Okay, I'll take second then.
Alright, and then third?
I'll
Ronan.
take third.
Oh, you'll take third, and then Ronan on fourth then.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. Alright, so, with that said, I would like Namari
Yay!
to make that D12 roll for me,
That
please.
D12 roll, how I missed it.
It's been a
That
while.
is a 5.
Okay. Okay. And then, so, as you stand watch, letting the rest of your more injured comrades rest for the beginning of this evening, you sit down by the campfire. It's more of a bonfire, it's quite large. And thankfully, your watch passes without incident, not even a murmur amongst the bushes around you. And then you head over and you wake up Gunnhild.
Hey. Sorry.
Then I get up and I'm like keeping watch. But I am awake.
Okay.
Here we
Made that
go.
D12 roll.
Here we go.
No,
10.
it's not like anything bad happened the last time.
Hey,
so-
no, it's not like we went to the Astral Sea last time I did that or anything, you know.
That was completely your fault.
Ah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, so as you lazily make your watch for the night, for you as well, it's eerie. It's quite still. There's nothing out there. Nothing shifts in the darkness apart from the flickering of the firelight against the far trees. As your watch comes to an end, you go and wake up Tilly.
I'll take that day, like the light globe, drift globe. That's nice.
Drift globe.
I'll take the drift globe out with me for light.
Okay.
D12, yeah.
Yeah.
That is a 6.
Okay. So as you sit there, the drift globe gently bobbing by the side of your head, shedding out its arcane light around you. Nothing seems to come of your watch. And as you walk over, the drift globe following behind you to find Ronan.
Thank God. Yeah,
Wake
wake up.
Ronan up.
Yeah. I get up and prepare for the watch.
Roll a d12 for me then.
That's a 3.
3. Okay. So As you keep watch, the sun is beginning to come up, and slowly around you, the entire swamp begins to brighten an amount. Far less than you would expect, given the morning sun, but enough. And you begin to see shapes moving in the distance, twisting shadows in the corners of your eye. But every time you look and jump to action, perhaps a threat there is nothing. Simply another trick of the swamp. And eventually, your watch comes to an end, and the night passes without incident, because I rolled 3 12s and a 9. So, as the morning comes, you find yourselves back together again. As you are packing up your bedrolls and such, after the end of your watch, for contemplating what to do next, you hear a call. Zalfan! Zalfan! It's time for your check-in. Where are you?
Selfin.
Probably one of the dudes we wasted.
Probably the
Before
one
I
that was in
start
charge.
talking, how's my audio now?
Better.
Pretty okay.
Great, cool. How far off are the voices?
Good, 60 feet.
Cool. Do they sound like they're coming over here?
They do, yes.
Right, okay. I'll turn around to everyone and say, get inside the tents.
Okay.
And then I'll cast Disguise Self to look like the what seemed to be the leader.
Okay, yeah.
And imitate his voice as well.
Okay.
Which I can't remember how it went.
It was very low, gruff, and sort of sharp.
Fair enough.
So as you step outside, you see approaching the camp, one of them holding a torch high in the air, are 2 cultists. One of them has their hood down, and you can see the bald head and the scars on the face. As he comes closer to you, he goes, Zalfan. How goes the watch? Have you taken any more of them?
No. They were all weak. A creature came from the rest of the swamp, devoured half of them, the others fled. They were all weak.
What?
The creature came for the hyenas, but they tried to fight them off. Some of them died. The rest fled.
Make a deception check with advantage.
That's 2 18s with a plus 7.
So that's a 25. Okay.
Gross.
Okay. So the 2 cultists look between each other and goes, the Captoplast was out this far?
Yep.
That
Don't know
is
why.
troubling. Come, it has been a journey here. The Pale Pyre almost caught us. Do you have some meat, for as I hunger so?
Was there any other bodies around?
Yeah,
in
there
the
was
camp?
some. There
There
was
were.
like a hang bar
Right.
that they set up, and there was bodies hanging from that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll gesture over to that then.
Okay. So where are the rest of you while this is happening?
Panicking.
Yeah, we're probably all hiding in the
Intensely
shacks.
panicking.
So you're all in the. Are you all in the same hut at the back?
No,
No,
I
no,
would
no
have went to one that was separate from the others. And
Okay.
attempted to hide in there as well.
So I'd like all of you to make stealth checks with advantage, because you're not in plain sight.
Yeah. Can I be the biggest one?
Yes. Littlest one and the biggest.
Ooh, that's a good roll. That's a promising start. It's a 25 from me.
Okay.
15.
14.
It's a 17.
Okay. So, as you all hide within the huts, hearing these voices outside, the two cultists make their way into the camp, like walking past you, Tristan, and one of them pulls out one of those like wicked swords you'd seen the others wielding before, starts carving chunks off of this human body, and just begins eating it. Just not cooked or anything, just shoveling it in.
Oh boy.
Mm.
And how many of them are there?
Two of them. There's just two of them. Yeah. Neither of them look anything like what you currently look like. They look like the ones that there were 6 of, the ones that charged at you originally.
Right. So it's safe to assume that I'm probably of a higher rank potentially than them, right?
You would assume so, given the fact that the way that you are dressed, or rather not dressed, is very different to the way that they're dressed.
Right, okay. While they're reading, I'll go up to him and go, so where are the others?
Back at the camp.
All of them? If this thing is still out there.
Soon, such a beast will not be a problem to us. Kiknish, he thinks he has found the tomb.
Where?
I do not know. Come back to the camp with us. We have a boy there who knows the location, and we almost have it. Yes.
Boy.
Mewling child. Robes of white. A clergy. He will taste good when we're done with him. But of course he won't sate our hunger.
So you kept him?
He had information. He will be food, of course. We're all food in the end for our master.
Yeah. And I make it look like I'm stroking one of the bite marks, but I'm not really.
Okay.
Bite marks. Actually, no, there is. I'm fine.
Yeah. It's fine. They're healed up.
How much of this can we hear from like the shacks?
Oh, all of it. They're not being subtle, and they're not that far from you. There's nothing subtle about this. As far as they're concerned, they're the only ones there.
Okay. We did split up and prevent ourselves from planning anything.
Well, is there anything you would like to do?
Other than stay hidden, not right now.
Yeah, I feel like we should not do a kill them all special because we need to find out where this camp is.
Yeah, hopefully they can lead us somewhere.
Yeah. So we're just gonna like stay hidden and quiet.
Okay.
How long did it take you to get to here?
No.
Are there extra dangers with the creature being so far out?
The swamp is shifting eternally. Today it took 2 hours. Yesterday was less. Who knows? But soon this swamp will not contain us.
Well, how about you two head back? I'll pack up here and I'll follow behind.
I suggest you go first.
Why?
You are of higher appetite, of course.
And I just told you to go first. If there are dangers out there, I'd rather them know on you first. And then I get to pick up the pieces.
Make an intimidation check. With advantage, of course. You're in a position of power over them right now.
22.
21.
Ooh.
Yes.
See the look between each other. Fine. But do not go far. And they...
Where would I go?
It is not my time to be eaten yet.
Good. Take a snack for the road.
You see they hack off a big chunk. One of them tears an arm off and it just comes off. There's just the congealing, like jelly-like substance of the flesh at this point is off the...
What's wrong with you?
Everything. Love it.
We must go now. Cakeness will be growing impatient. And they begin, like, setting off.
Yeah.
They keep, every so often, they keep looking back with a sort of fearful, is he gonna eat us look.
As soon as they leave, I make it look like I'm busying around the camp, like maybe like picking up a couple of things and then head off to the main.
Yeah, they get a bit out of the camp, and then as they see you're not following at that time, they stop. And then wait until you've gathered your stuff together, and then they wait for you to catch up and then move ahead of you.
Can you?
Right.
We'll follow.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm wanting to do is get it so far off so that there's still definite tracks, but we're out of eye line of the camp. They can then hopefully come along. But obviously, I can't communicate this.
Just
Yeah.
stomp
Telling you
extra
as the
hard
DM,
as you walk.
That's
so
what
they're
I'm doing.
nice
I'm not going too far.
Okay. All right. So as you all watch, as not cult leader Tristan stomps off into the swamp after these two.
Well, we can definitely follow those tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suggest we start following.
being stealthy about it.
Quietly.
Quick question: did we take everything from the chest?
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
2 metallic red liquid potions, a potion of which you found out they were healing potions.
Yeah.
Potions of healing. A potion of heal giant strength and the drift globe and the diary.
And a book.
The book. Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So I would like the rest of you to make stealth checks.
Oh boy.
Sure can. It's a 25 again.
14
Wow.
again.
It's a 9.
A big 26 on a natural 20.
What?
Oh.
Very nice. So, as you skirt up behind, you try to keep your distance. You spread apart, and as you're walking, the 2 cultists in front of you, Tristan, are still very jumpy, and they keep looking back. And one of the times they look back, and he stops, torch held up in the air. He looks back and points towards where Namari is and goes, "What is that?"
I turn all dramatic.
Get it.
And you see the 2 of them just instinctively nod and just charge towards you, Namari.
Does that invoke an attack of opportunity?
Do you want it to invoke attack of opportunity as they run past you?
I was just. No, not for this moment in time.
You can attack them if you like. What would the rest of you like to do is these 2 cultists begin to charge towards Namari, obviously to where she is.
I'd look at whoever's closest to me, like bewildered.
Yeah, I'm
Is this the
already.
block?
I'm gonna just let it be for now.
Yeah, I'm I'm just gonna hold an action, and if they lay a hand on Namari, then the axe is gone in their face.
Okay, so
I'm actually charging towards them as well.
okay, so as you charge towards them and they charge towards you, both of them blades out, swing
I-
to strike at you.
Can I use my Fey presence to
Yes.
frighten them?
Yes, you can.
Wisdom save.
Pretend you're a swamp witch.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's it against?
14.
Natural 15 and natural 16.
Every
So
fucking time.
as they charge towards you, and your hair extends out, you get that sort of shimmering, sort of blackish outline around you for a moment as you float momentarily off the ground. Both of them seem completely unfazed by it and just slot swords into you.
This used to work with drunks. Ow.
That's a 12
Nope.
and a 10.
Nope.
So both of them clatter off your armor, and they sort of stand to your side as their blades do not make impact, surprisingly, and they snarl at you, this horrid snarl. And one of them turns towards you, Tristan, and is like, "Help! She is stronger than she looks."
Alright, I'm gonna pop out of the bushes like an angry tiny dwarf, and I'm gonna scream, "Don't kill them," and swing at the closest one to me with the blunt edge of my axe. So I'm just swinging it like a frying pan.
Okay. Yep. Pan 'em.
Yeah, I guess I'll come out of the forest at this point as well. Fuck it, why not?
That's a
Okay.
17 to hit.
That hits. Yeah.
That's 1d12. 8. Bludgeoning, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it just does the weapon damage.
slashing.
It's weird. So as you emerge from behind the bush you're crouching behind, just and kunk into the side of your head, you feel a crack as you're pretty sure part of the quite a few of the teeth on this side of the jaw just pop out, and, and the cultist just, the other cultist goes, "Huh?" as his friend to the ground.
I guess I'll tackle the other one.
Okay. So you're gonna
It's
do
like
it.
the tiny attack force, just BAM!
If I can get like the back of his knee, he's going straight down.
Tilly with like the world's best ankle pick.
Okay, make a athletics check then.
Okay. That's a natural 20.
So, as you run out from behind this small cluster of rocks, you just as this other one's is looking at Gunnhild like, "What's going on?" Turns for a moment, it's like, "Huh?" As you just slam your elbow back into the back of his knee, and he just crumples forward onto the ground, just straight into the muck, and it's like, "Ugh."
I have a very narrow set of skills, but I'm good at them.
So he's now prone on the ground, just face down in the swamp, and he's like struggling to get up, and all of the liquid and the muck is sticking to him.
Gonna punch him a few times.
Okay. Make your attack with advantage.
That's another nat 20. I don't think I need the second roll.
Okay, roll a 2d4 then, add your strength modifier.
That is 6 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god. So as you jump on the back of this guy and just smack in the top of his head with your fist, he just sinks a bit,
I'll knock
just
him
stops struggling.
Roll him over so he doesn't
Are they both
suffocate.
unconscious?
They're
That's
both
probably a good
unconscious,
idea.
yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
Oh.
Hey, I mean, this time you didn't
Wait.
like immediately blast him.
well, we can't really follow them anymore.
No, but we can.
Well, they're not dead, and we know the direction.
And we can ask him questions.
This is true.
Okay. So you're just gonna
I
wait.
still look like
You still look like their leader. Okay.
Yeah. For as long as the duration lasts, I'm gonna do it just in case we set off soon.
Okay.
If not, then
So- As you just waiting around until they wake up.
I'd like lightly slap him awake if I can. Like, come on.
Okay. Are you just leaving them as they are right now?
Well, we've rolled over the face down guy so he doesn't die, but I've got some rope, so I'll like tie their hands
Okay. So you tie them both up. You flop one guy over,
and
and you
pat
wake
them
up.
down for sharps as well, so they can't slide their way
Yeah.
out.
Well, you obviously take both of their swords away. Both of them have a dagger. Both of them have what looks to be a very primitive form of fork. That looks more like a sewing needle than a fork. It's just like. But as you slap one of them awake, he comes with. You.
Morning.
Just staring like dead eyes at Tilly.
I mean, that's gonna be a struggle. I think.
He's got like mud slinking down his face.
Wow.
You made a friend.
Looks like it.
I will devour you all.
Don't think you will, buddy.
In the end, we're all eaten.
Yeah, but do you have to rush it? I mean,
I mean, there's plenty of other ways you can die if you don't show us where you are leading us.
He tries to like leap, like lunge forward and try and bite at one of you, but he just gets caught on his restraints and it's just like.
I will just go over and put a very firm hand on his shoulder. Less of that. Like, just push him down into the muck a bit, you know. Just like...
He starts sinking into this like silty mud.
I'd like to crouch down so I'm at eye level with him. And just say, hi, it's lovely to meet you.
My name's Tristan and I'm an actor.
Yeah, my name's Tristan.
I'm
You,
Scorpio.
you just got got. It's just a prank, bro. Now, if you wouldn't mind answering a few questions, and then we won't burn you to a cinder and turn you to dust and ash, therefore you cannot be eaten. I feel like you're really into the whole being eaten thing, even if you're dead. So I feel like, I don't know, maybe if you were just turned to ash, that might be really a bummer for you.
Ash and dust, it does not matter, I will still be eaten.
By who?
Do your worst. Ye know who will eat all.
I kick him in the shin.
who's Inogu? I mean, the demon thing. But who's he to you? Like, what's the plan here? I mean, he's not here. It's a swamp.
He is here.
Oh,
Like,
yeah?
in the metaphysical sense, is this a sort of... Is that... Are you really believing in Inogo? Is Inogo believing in you?
He has gifted his chosen with power beyond anything you will ever have. He
Well, not you then,
cannot
obviously.
die. He
Yes.
is the vessel. He is the blood.
Both at the same time?
Hey, so, you know, you guys have this, like, nexus of the power, and it's a dude. And he's given form and stuff. Where is he?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I'm doing it in a scary manner, even though I did not deliver that in a scary manner.
Okay, tell everybody ahoy.
With disadvantage.
Yeah.
14.
Because I will tell you nothing.
Look, buddy, you tell us something or it gets really bad to be you.
Make an intimidation check.
Cool, I have expertise. That's an 18.
Natural 20.
Ah, fuck.
Can I assist with a punch to the face?
Sure.
Still a natural 20, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also. That's not bad.
You will never find the heart of the swamp.
So it's in the heart of the swamp. That's something we didn't know. I
Yeah.
feel very...
Thanks.
No, no.
It's everywhere else
Just-
but the heart of the swamp.
He leans over and starts biting at his own shoulder and starts tearing.
No, I
and
grab his
chunk
head
out of
and
it.
hold him.
He's got like blood coming down the sides of his mouth now and a piece of skin in his teeth. He just swallows it.
Auto cannibalism. Nice.
I told you to bring a snack for the road.
What are we doing with these two?
Well, we were trying to find out where we're going, but apparently the heart of the swamp is is the location.
So just that way.
I'm gonna start applying pressure to his head and shake him a little bit.
Okay.
And be like, is
Shake
there
the
anything
baby.
else that might have slipped your mind?
Make-
Anything.
Make an intimidation check, and this is going to be the last opportunity you get.
Okay. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Fuck!
What's your modifier?
+1. No,
Plus
yeah,
2.
+1.
So as you squeeze, he's just silent.
Alright. They're useless.
But we still need to find out what the creature is. I feel like they are two separate things.
We know what it is, don't we?
Well, we heard it say its name. We don't know what.
Oh.
Don't know what one of those is.
Well, you've got about 3 seconds to ask this guy. He does have an unconscious friend.
This is
I
true.
gladly become food.
Are you really gonna squish his head?
No, that's
You know what
barbaric.
would be
You
before.
are
Says the
barbarian.
barbarian.
I get my axe. Just
Okay, you just...
Yeah.
And the entire time he is smiling.
Well, we have a direction at least.
We have a direction, and we have another cultist. Maybe they can answer the questions about the creature.
If we
The thing
wake
that
him
we're
up
explaining about.
next to his friend, he might be a bit more talkative.
Then again, he doesn't. I mean, that guy didn't seem to be phased by threat of loss of life, or limbs, or flesh, or anything.
I suppose another thing we could do is leave
What
him
if-
bound, gag him, bring him with us.
What if his captain rescued him or something? I mean, I'm pointing at Tristan.
How much longer on disguise self do we have?
How long does it last?
An hour.
Probably gonna go to like 40 minutes of it left.
Sweet. Yeah, I
Uh,
suppose we could do that.
They did say it takes like 2 hours to get to this place though, so it is going to run out before we get there.
I feel like they might be a bit more inclined to give up any more information. Is there anything else we need to ask? Like, what do we need answered right now? And this would be a good way to actually get that information.
Other than like where we're going, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'll come out of the bushes for the first time. I've been hiding this whole time.
Okay, Ronan. I didn't know you ate.
Nice of you to
I-
join us.
Yeah, I was just watching in case. You had it covered. You legitimately took him down in one hit. With like a strike to the knee or something. I've never seen it before.
I mean, I can show you.
Sometime, sure. Back at the camp, they talked about the creature. They said a name, I think, but I didn't catch it. If they know its name, if we know how or when it hunts, we can at least stay clear of it if we need to, or we can wait and bait if we want to as well. So I think that's something we want to know.
That's actually, yeah, good idea.
So I'm asking if they know anything of its hunting patterns or anything like that.
You did hear the name.
Yeah.
The Catobal Pass.
What?
Catobal Pass. Catoblepas. Catobal Pass.
It's called the Tibble Pass.
Yes.
Okay, so what? Sorry, just so that I have it written down. What were you asking in terms of information?
Just when it hunts, where it hunts, and what time of day.
Right.
And if they give up more general information about it, that's brilliant. But I don't need you digging for more than that.
I'm struggling to see how this conversation goes.
Yeah.
I rescued you from this person. Also, by the way, do you know how the swamp beast hunts?
I can
Or I
super
could-
pretend to be like dead or something on the floor if you need me to sell it.
I was thinking along the lines of maybe you guys attacked us and the creature was there again after it got knocked out. That would be a segue as to me asking the questions like, why is it here now? Doesn't it usually? I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, you could tell them that we came running away from the creature, and that would bring the creature into conversation.
We just knocked them out and then kept running.
Well, we are unscrupulous adventurers. We left them as food for the beast to buy us time. Which I'm not saying I would do, but you know, that makes sense.
Oh dear.
No, you guys, obviously. I'm not going to knock you out and feed you guys to the creature. I'm not that cold-hearted.
No, I mean, oh dear, that plan. So many ways to go wrong. And, you know. Oh well.
I mean, so does every other plan.
Right, so should we make ourselves scarce then?
Yep, I'm just gonna return to hiding where I was before.
Back to
Okay.
the bush.
Everyone, remake your
Oh, dear.
stealth checks.
What do you want to do?
No, I want my nat 20 still.
Oh, boo-boo-boo.
Guys,
Oh,
what do you with
okay.
the body?
I think you could just leave it and say that, you know, in the scuffle, he got caught, but they got away.
I got 20, not natural.
It's 21.
Mine is
Yeah.
20,
I think 3 or something.
25.
And what was that, Lydia?
One.
Oh, you're
I need my other dragon dice back. I thought that's a good one. No, the good one is.
Tilly, I think you need to sit down with Namari sometime and teach her what stealth and hiding means, the
Namari-
concepts behind it.
Namari has looked over to Gunnhild and Tilly and seen them hiding behind bushes, and is also hidden behind a bush, forgetting that she's double their height.
Thing is, because I'm not trying to hide, would I also notice the fact that she's clearly not
Jamie, you've gone again.
not touched anything?
Have you got the automatic game control on? So, but
Take his shoes. D&D.
you would notice her being like that, yes, but she can't make another stealth check, so
How am I now?
Just a fire red hair
Perfect.
poking out of
There
the
we go.
bushes.
yeah.
Bright red hair. Just bing.
Is that
Just
so well hidden by green? And totally
stand on
not
the other
offset?
side of him and keep his attention this way.
Yeah.
Every time he goes
That's
to
what I'm
turn his
gonna
head,
have to do.
just
No! I need to know.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So-
Obviously, everyone tied him and everything as well, just to,
Right. Okay.
so he's not waking up like, none of this makes sense. Why would you tie me up if that's what happened? But yeah, untied, perfectly fine. Trying to wake him up on the floor.
Okay. So, you try and wake him up, and you see as he comes to, despite his seemingly increased tolerance to pain, he still winces at the fact that part of his jaw is hanging off a bit.
Mm.
It's very broken. As he wakes up, what
Wake up!
happened?
Someone was in the swamp. They were running from the creature. It came back.
What?
Whatever its name is. I would know.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
18.
But it doesn't hunt. It only protects. It only protects his nest. It's sort of like trying to push his jaw back into place.
Well, maybe someone took something from the nest. How far away from its nest is it?
Oh, like 3 out. It's the other direction.
Which direction? As in where we were coming from?
No, so you're going that way. You came
Yeah.
from that way. It was pointing like sort of that way.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's where it came from.
Well,
None of this makes sense.
well.
It's acting strange. What do we actually know about it? Why is it acting so strange?
It's just beast of a swamp. It makes a swamp like this. Don't
Maybe
look
with
at
the
it.
ship.
Don't look at it. It turns into dust if you look at it.
I knew that. Idiot.
I already knew that, Backer.
I can't eat.
I can't hear a word you're saying.
This cultist, this hardened cultist, looks earnestly dejected. He's
I give him
had
a little
the
slap
one
around the
thing
face.
that he can do taken away from him, and that's eat.
I give him a little slap around the face, but on the other side, not the same side where it's properly broken, just the other side. Get it together. You're the only one left. Come on.
He points to you.
Obviously, I'm here. I meant you and the other one.
And he's sort of reaching towards the other one, like,
Oh.
While that's happening, can I kind of like look over, just sort of scan the bushes and kind of just give a...
You see the puffball of red,
Yeah.
like directly behind you. Like the entire time you're having this conversation, directly behind where you're having the conversation, there's this puffball of red behind a bush.
So like kind of while he's trying to eat, I'm kind of just like...
Puffball shrugs.
Okay, well, I guess that's calling an end to the proceedings. Go on running.
I'll knock an arrow and hold it and wait for a signal. Like I'll keep catch eyes on Tristan and just wait.
Well, I have no idea where you are. You're very stealth.
Oh no, I'm
give a
going to
signal.
stand. Yeah, I'm going to make myself known to you.
In that case, I'll just give a...
And I'll let fly.
Okay, the arrow just through the back of the neck, and this poor cultist is going.
I walk out from the bushes and say, he could have still led us where we were going.
No, he was going to throw himself into the swamp at some point. He was done. Did you see him trying to eat? He said 10 minutes of that before he ends it all and goes in the swamp.
Yeah, that jaw was pretty messed
Plus,
up.
my disguise only works for an hour. So it took them longer than that to get back.
We could have still got a decent amount distance there.
This is true.
We know
At
the
least
way.
we know direction. Yeah.
I hate to be grotesque, but I do know a good interrogation tactic now. Something I did see an old friend, not friend, I wouldn't say friend, do. We tie two down, we start pulling out the other one's teeth. They're not going to like that.
That's
No?
true. I'm not doing the pulling of the teeth.
Ah, I'll do it. I don't mind.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's ways, it's fine.
They seem
Well, we
to
can do that if we run into any more on the way to this place we don't know.
Yeah, I'm more of a words guy, so I'll let you guys do that.
Okay, so you're in the middle of the swamp now. What would you like to do?
Well, we
Well-
have a direction and nothing else.
Yeah, Should we clarify, like, do we do Tristan and his words next, or Gunny and the axe, which is the approach next?
Well, it depends which route we take, because apparently the cultist just said the creature is what makes the swamp the swamp. But obviously the cultists have the boy.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we're here for the boy, and also, more importantly, the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go for the boy first.
Yeah, do the boy.
If the creature only protects its nest, and we don't go towards the nest, we have nothing to worry about.
Now
yet.
we know where to avoid with it.
I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds like this woman in the bar was just messing with this thing's nest.
So
And I
when
feel
the
Possible.
when the cultist was talking about it makes the swamp like this, it was specifically pointing to the gnarliness of the swamp.
Yeah, because she the back at the bar, we were told like the swamp used to be where they went out and got all the gas and stuff, but then it's become worse. It's become like this nightmare scape.
Well, I mean, they can clearly still work in it.
Yeah, they only just get sometimes eaten.
Yeah, it's only been 200 and odd people
Well,
since.
the
Well,
boy,
the eating is separate.
the boy is more time critical, right? He's on a limited amount of time before they eat him.
Yeah, he's on the menu already.
So let's
What
go
is
get
it?
the boy. On the way home, swing by the monster's nest, deal with the monster, double whammy, boom, done.
The sword? The
Where did
sword
the
they were
sword-
actually here for?
Oh yeah, the sword.
Yeah,
So
we
maybe
could get the
boy
sword.
and stuff? Or
Boy.
sword.
back to town, provisions, get cleaned up, get rested.
Monster.
Get someone who's willing to pay us to get rid of the monster, and then get the sword,
Ah.
then
Oh,
get
it's
the
a
monster. Never do anything for free if you're good at it.
Ruining a review.
My old companions have rubbed off a little bit with their attitude. It's not. I try
So-
not to be all like them, but money matters as well.
In the here and now, how are you proceeding?
In the direction that we know, I would assume.
Where we knew the cultists are, the camp. Where they are.
Okay,
Which is
so you,
where the two nerds were leading Tristan. That way.
right, so you're just going in that cardinal direction.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try and track and see. If it was 2 hours, it might be too late. But I'm going
Okay.
to see if there's any signs of, like, the footprints coming this way.
Make a survival check.
Oh, that's 15 just.
Okay, so even though it's been a couple of hours, the swamp, as you've gotten further into it, is beginning to shift less because it's just a heavier landmass here, and as such, you can see faintly the footprints leading. Barely, and it looks like it won't be long until they are washed away, but you can follow them. And they're leading, towards where you just came from.
Yeah. We don't have the boat with us, and we're going to try. Will we be trying to move at top speed, or?
Yeah, I imagine we want to go at a decent pace.
Yeah, until we get close, then we can take our time to scout it out a bit.
And do we just enter all guns blazing, so to speak, try to take out as much as we can and get the boy and leave, or?
I'll get a lay of
Know
the
how
land,
many
figure
there
out
are.
which is the best
That's
way
it.
in
It
first.
depends on what kind of camp we're going to be up against. If it's like a fortified thing, then going in all guns blazing is going to get us killed.
I think we got pretty lucky last time.
Yeah, we did.
One thing about luck, it runs out.
So we'll see when we get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, as you begin to follow the footprints, Ronan obviously taking the lead so you can actually follow them. You continue to make your way through this swamp, and maybe like half an hour passes before you see a change in the swamp around you. As you come across an area ahead, the trees thin out for a moment, and you see white stones that appear to be placed in a circle. And as you look beyond the trees into where these circle of white stones are, you can see the water that passes through there turns clearer. It turns less viscous. The tops of the mounds of swamp are covered in greener grass, and the dirt looks more pristine. It looks like dirt and not like waste.
Well, that looks pretty nice.
Nicer than everything else.
Out of place though.
Suspiciously nice.
Yeah.
Can I check out some of these white stones?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See if there's any markings on a marker.
Of course. Yeah. Make an investigation check for me.
I guess I'll wander over and look at like this cleaner water.
Yeah. What did you say, sorry, Jamie?
20, not natural.
20. So as you go over and you look at these stones, and they are just white stones, but as they look, from what you can see, to be just within the boundary of this circle. They don't seem to make the boundary of this circle. But what you can see is nearby are these long strands of slightly bluish green grass that stick up in sort of bunches, growing from the mounds in this area. And they're very long and they're very slender, and you can see there's like dew stuck on.
I point them out to anyone else around, probably Ronan and more.
Can I make an active perception to see if there's any threat, like try to pinpoint threats? That's a perception is wisdom. 22.
So, scanning the area around you and listening out for what may be coming, you can't seem to see anything right now. It's quite quiet around here. You can hear the usual birds chirping and such, but there's nothing really untoward about the current area aside from the circle of cleanliness.
Hey, because I'm a dwarf and I know about stones and shit. Is there anything in particular about these stones that I would be like, oh, this is
Not particularly.
or whatever?
It's just a rock.
Jamie,
Well,
you've
this
gone
is very
again.
pretty.
You've gone again.
I would like to step in the circle.
Okay, so you step in the circle.
Wait, a circle of white stones.
Yes.
Does it in any way, shape, or form resemble the mouth with the teeth symbols we have?
No.
Oh.
Well, this is very pretty, but it's not a camp full of cultists.
No. Interesting, though.
Can I get a closer look at the bluish grass with the dew on it?
Yeah, do you want to try and find out what it is, or just want to look at it?
I'd like to try and figure out what it is.
Make a nature check then.
17.
Okay, so you look at it and you pull a bit of it and you smell it and you're like, well, as soon as you smell it, you're like, oh, I know what this is. There was a hangover cure for me once. This is what's known as pearlgrass. It fends off sort of forms of essentially poison. It's when mixed with water, when sort of ground up and mixed with water, it can actually stave off poison for a short amount of time. And it seems like this grass is what's causing this area to be untainted by whatever is affecting the swamp.
Hey guys, this blue grass is pretty cool. It's called pearlgrass, and it stops you from being poisoned, which is why this bit is nice and clean.
Do we
Thanks
want
for the
to?
lesson, I guess.
Do we want to take a bit of this with us?
I feel like it'd be useful.
How necessary is it to keep this circle unblemished? If we get rid of the creature, and it should get rid of the entirety of the blemishing of the swamp. and I've just had the idea if this can be used the way you say it can be used, can we use it as like? Could I use it as a coating on an arrow and hit the creature with it?
Ooh.
Would it maybe, if the creature causes everything that this repels, it might be worth a shot?
I mean, it might be worth a shot, yeah, but I've heard it more used as a hangover cure, so that is
Well,
an experiment we can do.
with my hearty
I don't know if
dwarven
it works either way.
constitution, poisons are not as effective on me. But for you guys, if we go up against this creature and it poisons us, it might be useful for you guys.
Yep. Plus, maybe fill in any empty water skins now would be the time while this is cleaning the water.
Also, good idea.
Just a thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Is
use
it-
my water skin to clean your leg wound.
Is it like actually clean or is it just cleaner?
As clean as swamp water can be. It's fresh water.
Well, if we don't use it for the poison, we're still going to use it for hangovers. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
Fair.
Because I do intend to live long enough to have another hangover.
Oh, let's bloody hope so.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll take some of the grass.
Cut a patch of it off.
Yeah.
Stick it in your pouch. Like roll it up.
Thank you.
Okay, so as you step up from this, you just carrying on?
Yeah, I want to make sure I'm not going to be as nice. I want to harvest stuff. I want to grab a good, decent amount of it.
Yeah,
Me too.
You do.
Yeah.
You probably grab enough between the two of you, probably enough for about 4 doses, along with the 1 dose that that Tristan got.
All right. Did the cultist footprints go through this?
No, they went very clearly round it.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Well, are we ready to carry on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll pick them up on the other side and keep going.
Okay, so you pick up the tracks on the other side. You continue to wander through this swamp, and it's some time before you come across something of note once again. You know, by this point, you're beginning to get a little bit haggard by the continuous traipsing through this incredibly muddy thing. You know, there's this constant having to pull your feet out of the muds and help your smaller party members across areas where there's a large patch of water, and it's quite tedious. So it takes you about another hour and a half before, in distance, you begin to hear a number of things. You begin to hear the sounds of blades being sharpened. You begin to hear conversation, raucous laughter, cackling like a hyena. You hear quite visibly, even from this distance you're at now, the sounds of teeth biting into and tearing at flesh. You hear the crackling of fires once more, and around you now, the ambient noises of the swamp, apart from the slow trickle of water which is ever present, has stopped.
Well, sounds like we found it.
Yep.
How is it I can hear them chewing from all the way over here?
Because that's all they do.
Chew
It's
their
really
mouths
off, but
open. Yeah.
It's like a
No etiquette. No etiquette.
So what's the plan?
That's a good question.
Is there anywhere we can... Oh, is there any trees nearby that we can send Tilly up?
I mean, right now all you can do is hear it. You can't see anything currently.
Right.
Okay. Well, we probably want to approach a little bit less obviously.
Mm-hmm.
All of you? One of you?
I
uh,
don't feel like anyone more sneaky sneak should do the sneaky sneak.
I'd say probably
Yeah.
Tilly and Ronan. So then we're not sending
Sounds
one
good to me.
person to die.
Okay.
You're sending 2 persons to die.
I would like you to both to make your stealth checks then if you're proceeding forward.
Sure can.
oh, it's your boy with a natural 20. Oh, get it.
Okay.
Where's my mojo gone?
Stevie stole it, apparently.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Got my mojo.
Stevie will remember that.
My good lord. Wow. Well, you guys are lucky. So, as you begin to walk forward, tracing lines between tree to tree and bush and outcropping, sometimes sinking into and out of the water as best you can. At this point in time, already covered in the muck, so it doesn't make much of a difference. Until you start to see, coming into your eye line now, this camp. And where a ravine has coursed its way through this part of the swamp long ago, you can see down into it there is a number of buildings, like similar to the huts you saw before. The ends of the ravine have been blocked off by heavy wooden barricades which stop the water from pouring down for the most part into here. And as you get even closer, getting up towards the edge of this, you can begin to see down into it. At the back of this camp, there is a large ringed arena-like structure. Out the front of it are these two heavy posts with which chained to it are hyenas the size of a house. And that is where you can hear the tearing coming from as they are just shredding apart these piles of meat. Around them all, you see patrols of gnolls, each of them led by another of the cultists that has pieces missing from them all over, like the one you encountered at the camp before. And there are groups of gnolls and cultists which are talking to each other. You count maybe 26, 27 strong creatures here altogether between hyenas and gnolls and cultists. But in amongst them all, you look down, directly down from where you came in, amazingly. Like, you guys got very lucky there. You look down into the ravine to your right, and you can see a small series of cages, all of them empty, all of them soaked with age-old blood, save for one of them, in which sits a boy, 16 or 17 years old, wearing white robes which are stained with the muck of the swamp for over a long period of time, but you can see they are still trimmed in that in gold thread, lined on one side with deep red, on the other side with a purple around the telltale colors that you saw once on Sunkeeper Kerrick of Cleric of Pelor. The boy himself has very dark skin. His hair on top is beginning to become scraggly from being out, away, and unkept for so long. And he's currently huddled up in the corner of the cell, holding onto his legs, looking down at his knees.
So those big wooden palisades you said were stopping the water coming in?
Yes.
What kind of body of water was either side of those?
It's the swamp.
Okay, but I mean, if they were removed, would it be a flood of water, or would it be there's some water coming into the camp?
It would make the entire camp about 3 to 4 foot deep in water.
That's inconvenient.
Yeah.
Probably happen quite quickly considering how deep this camp is down.
I am thinking just like you are, Tilly. But this cage with the boy in it, is there any patrol near it?
There is a single cultist who is stood nearby with what looks like a leg and is having some brunch.
If we can assassinate this guy and do it quickly and get out of here with the boy, would we be able to kill him, get the boy, and then leave without going into the camp?
You'd have to go down into the ravine. So there's maybe a 10-foot drop down into where this ravine, because it's in the bit where the ravine's beginning to slope down into the center. There's a 10-foot drop down to get to where the cage is, but it's probably in total from where you are right now, maybe 30, 40 feet at most, on this line to get there.
Tilly, you'll be less likely to be seen going down, and I can from here try and take out this guy, and you do the knee thing again, and then do the punch to the back of the head thing again, and
that kind of makes a lot of noise.
Yeah, and he sat down.
Oh, well, in that case, you've got good access to his neck. Just stop him from making noise.
Okay. Like, how visible to the rest of the camp is that area? Is it a situation where people would have to be looking that way to notice? Or...
People would have to be looking that way to notice, yeah. And it doesn't... So you watch as a patrol begins to make its way by this area, and you see as they give a glance over, and nothing more than that. They give a glance over and keep walking.
Okay. I'd like to kind of memorize those patrols as well as I can.
So you watch, and there's two patrols. One of them, each is coming one direction. They meet in the middle. They seem to stop for a moment, talk, and then go past. And they're doing like as you watch now, they're doing like an X pattern, because this ravine has sort of 5 ways into it. It's like a starfish. They're doing an X where they catch every entrance, because 2 entrances are very close to each other. So they catch every entrance. So they go like that, and then go like that, and then go like that, and then go like that.
Alright, well, if I'm going down there, I need you to be watching for me.
I was actually thinking if I can take maybe the longest shot that I've got, I can try and pinch an arrow onto the far side of this patrol and have them go check out the arrow. Not fire at them, just, straight in as far across as I can get and make them look away. While you're dealing with this, that is, but that could end up with us being chased. If you think you can take him out and get going, I will keep an eye on patrol. I'll start taking patrol out if they get too close to you.
I think I prefer you just watching out for me.
Okay, I've got it.
And I guess I will start trying to carefully make my way over towards where this cage is.
Okay, make an athletics check to climb down.
Ah, jeez, I didn't realize we had to climb.
Yeah, it says 10-foot drop.
It's like a 10-foot drop.
Oh, that's a 17.
Okay, so you climb down the side of this. The rock face is slick, but it's not that far, and you climb down to the bottom. And as you make a little tiny, as you hit the ground, the cultist doesn't look up, but you see the boy in the cage, obviously far more intent, looks towards you, and you see now, as you turn and see this boy's eyes, despite the seemingly disheveled shape, the boy's eyes are piercing, deep brown, and have this sort of fervor to them.
Okay, I definitely go like...
And just nods and just sort of looks towards the guard.
I will see if I can sneak my way up to this guard, look behind him.
Yeah, okay.
I've got an arrow knocked, just in case.
Yeah, make a stealth check then, Tilly.
That's a nat 20.
Okay. So you make your way round, and you're now up against the table, which is next to it, and you can see there's all manner of what look to be torture tools on top of this table, including like a sharpened spoon and what looks to be like a wine, a corkscrew and such. They're not very sort of sophisticated.
So, logistical problem with this that I've just realized.
Mm-hmm.
Even if this guy is sat down, he's still a lot higher up than I am.
Yes.
Which makes it difficult to like slit his throat or something.
Flying throat stab. Just throw yourself out.
I haven't unlocked that move yet.
Honey badger don't give a fuck.
The 2-foot-tall halfling contemplates how to take down the giant.
It's 20 stealth, so it's just stood there in the middle like...
What kind of chair is this? I don't suppose it has like a gap in the back or anything.
It does have a gap in the back, yeah.
Okay, nice.
In fact, it's more like a stool than a chair.
Oh, okay. Oh, if it's more like a stool, then I can just pull him off the back and maybe like cut his throat.
Like the Altair.
Yeah.
Okay.
As quietly as possible.
Make a strength check for me then.
Oh boy. That's an 11.
Okay.
Nice.
So as you grab him, you pull him off and just stab him in the neck. It's just, and the leg just falls over his face.
The heart of the cast is with me. Is this cage like locked or is it?
It is locked in the manner of it has a knot.
Yeah, I will cut that knot and open the cage.
You cut the knot, the cage opens, and the figure inside bolts to the front. We have to go. We have to go now.
Yeah, I know, dumbass. Follow me. and I will lead back towards the cave. Said like I went down, I guess.
The rock,
Would it
the
be
rock
possible?
face.
Yeah. Would it be possible to get back up?
Yeah. We'll just take an athletics check.
I'll dangle rope down maybe to give them a hand.
Oh, if you dangle rope down, you just climb up the rope.
Okay. Yes, the rope. Yes, definitely.
Okay. So you climb up the rope. The boy climbs up behind you, and it's just like again. He's like, "We have to go now."
Yeah, just start moving them towards where everyone else is, and I'll
Okay.
keep an eye and watching for the patrol.
Yeah.
Until I get him away,
So
I'll follow with you.
Start leading it back.
Yeah. So the patrol is currently making its way in the other route that doesn't go past here.
Mhm.
So it looks like it's going to be some time before they make their way back again.
I'll bolt with.
Okay.
I
So
think
you-
if there's something you know that we don't, you should probably tell us.
And you see that the boy looks very beaten up. He's got bruises on his face and everything, but he's still, he still seems okay. He's not super malnourished or anything. He's like, yes. Kiknish is searching for the key to open up the vault in that arena. He thinks he knows the location of the key. I worry he's there already, but I know the location of where the key is. We go now, we can head him off. I don't know if he is going himself, but we need to go now anyway. Kiknish is the one responsible for all of this, all of these gnolls, all of these cultists. It's him at the center.
So you're saying if we get rid of him, this is done?
Yes, he's the only one that can make them gnolls. He is the Fang.
Well,
But-
sounds like we're going there then.
Without what's in the vault behind that arena, he cannot die.
Is that the demon everyone was talking about, Yunogi? Is that the name?
No. Yenogu is the lord which they serve. Kiknish is... Think of him like a cleric of an undying hunger.
So you're saying we need to take this key that he wants, open the thing in his camp, and then we can kill him.
Yes.
Nothing's ever easy, is it? Well, you better lead the way then.
Yes. I'm Gildebrand. Cheston Gildebrand.
Oh, we know.
Oh. Okay. Just wait. Follow me. It won't be long before the patrol realizes I'm gone. And he begins pointing off into the direction and just...
Okay.
And
Is there anything we can do to like muddy our tracks?
you can certainly try.
I would certainly try.
Okay, just make a stealth check then, everyone.
Ooh, that's 20, not that.
19.
17. No, wait.
Swear to God.
No, I've got a natural
16.
20 this time. Like, I'm good.
Ooh. Tristan?
15.
15. Okay. Oh, I can still hear you. That's nice.
I know, I keep periodically checking.
Okay. So, as you try to make your way as smoothly through the swamp as possible, taking care to not leave tracks and following the lead now of the young priest, Cheston, that's where we're going to take a break.
Ah.
Okay.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Well, it took a little bit longer because we had a bit of internet issues, but so as you follow Gildebrand through the swamp now, his pace is very quick. He's trying his best to keep as stealth as he can, but he's still moving, very quickly. He just in this direction, and sometimes he's so single-purposed he'll accidentally misjudge a distance and whack his arm off a tree or something. He's just single-minded going forward.
Can I ask him how he actually knows about the key?
The provost knows a lot about the swamp. He's very proud. When I was young, I used to go to his house and he'd tell me stories about it. I never really had parents here, so it was nice to have someone to talk to. And the provost, he's a very nice man, so he always used to tell me stories. And it just took a bit of time putting two and two together while I was in a prison cell. And I realized this is where it was.
Can I insight check him just?
Yeah.
It's a 19 plus 2, 21.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely telling the truth. He doesn't have any reason right now to not.
Yeah.
Is he adhering to our stealth policy, or is he leaving tracks?
He's trying his best to.
If I see like tracks starting to form that are like heavy every now and then, I'll occasionally spike off just perpendicular with heavy tracks, and then make my way back, use like light-footed onto the path.
Yeah. Okay. So, you do that and he manages to cover up the mistakes he may be making, but after a while he stops and crouches down, and he's as you come close, he's like, "They're here. They're already at the tomb. There's not that many of them, though." And as he points, you can see through the trees now, there is a sort of rocky outcropping, and built into the side of this rocky outcropping is a door with stairs leading down. And in front of it, you can see there are 3 gnolls, 2 of which are holding heavy longbows, and the third of which has one of those thick axe-like weapons you saw the others have. And the one with the axe is holding onto a chain, on the end of which is one of those gigantic hyenas.
Ooh.
Right. Did you say we could see the entrance to this tomb?
You can see the entrance of it, yeah.
And was it open or closed?
You can't. You can see the stairs going down, but you can't see
okay.
open. Yeah.
Are we going to take them out?
Well, yeah, that would be a good idea.
I'm going to use Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay.
I'll turn to the cleric boy and ask him, do you have any skills that you can use in combat to help us?
Give me a blade, I can fight. I can aid you with some healing if it's possible as well. But I only have a small modicum of power.
I take my blade and give it to him.
Are you
Okay.
sure? I've got axes to spare.
No, you armed to the teeth is just exactly what we need.
Okay.
So what weapon are you giving him?
I have a short sword.
Short sword, okay. Okay. So I know what damage dice to roll in that. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so he takes it in his hand and he holds it, and you see he's holding it in a practiced manner. This is not a child being given a blade. He knows how to hold this.
You should stay back before running in ahead. Let us deal with being the bodies in front, because if you have knowledge that we need, you being eaten by that giant thing that's game over.
Me and Gunn should get close before we start anything.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He goes, shall I hang back here until you've taken care of them then? All right. If anything comes close, though, I will yell out and I will try and fend it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna try and
Sneak
a
closer.
bit closer.
Because we've
Okay.
only got tiny legs.
I don't want to get shot by bows.
make a stealth check. All of you.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Really?
22.
I wouldn't celebrate, personally.
Oh no.
16.
I got natural 1.
14.
Oh no.
Okay.
Wait, are you a
Roll that
halfling?
20
Do you have halfling luck? Can you not have that?
Oh shit, yeah, I do. That's a
Yeah, you
thing I
do.
can totally do.
Yeah,
That's the
halfling
thing.
luck.
Stevie.
That's a 24.
Okay.
Holy
there we
shit.
go.
Modified 20.
Okay. So Tilly, 24. 20
25.
from you, 25. Sorry, 20 from you, Ronan. What did you get, Tristan?
14.
Okay. And you, Namari?
16.
And Gunnhild?
22.
Right, okay. So, as you all make your way closer, there is a sort of bank of water, almost like a small stream, like an estuary, between you and where the tomb is. And as you make your way down into it, this is the only way to get across, so you sink down into the water and try to remain as still as possible. And you get very close on the other side. There's now only a short, maybe 20 feet between where you are now and the creatures, who do not seem to have noticed you.
Do we have a signal we can give?
I have a
think
good
the-
signal.
There screams of pain. Can we ready ranged attacks while they sneak? No? Is that a...
I mean, if we get a.
Do you all want to attack? Or do an action?
The thing is, if the ranged people attack first, then we can take them by surprise up close.
Yeah.
That's my thinking.
Okay.
Just let me off the chain, boss.
Yeah, I guess we have like a hand signal.
Yeah.
So-
Eldritch Blast.
Hunter's Mark and release.
Okay.
Next,
So, who are you attacking, Namari?
I think who looks like the toughest?
The toughest one looks like the gigantic hyena.
Then I'll do the hyena.
Okay.
With
What
Eldritch
about
Blast and Hex.
you, Ronan?
I'm going to Hunter's Mark one of the closest longbow man, and then smash him with an attack.
Okay. So both of you make your attack rolls. You have advantage because this is a surprise. They are surprised.
How close are they all stood together?
You know what? I can show you.
Oh, Jesus, that token's huge.
That's a big one.
It's a big dog.
It's kind of in the name, giant hyena.
And that's what I'm heading straight for.
Okay. I'd imagine you'd be further away, right, Ryan? You'd be over here.
Yeah.
Then Namari over here. You can move yourselves around to where you think you'd be, by the way.
I would like to be away from a lot of
Yeah, I
this.
think I'd be like here.
Okay.
And this is a longbowman.
Yes. So
Then that's the guy I'm going to Hunter's Mark.
Okay. All right. Then make your attack rolls for me, then, please.
That was a 26.
26. That will definitely hit.
15 from me.
Against the
Hyena.
giant hyena, that does hit.
It's 15 damage for the hyena. And I hex its strength.
Okay.
And for the longbowman, let me just check what my damage is. +4, that is 15 damage.
Okay. So, as both of you, at the same time on Tilly's hand signal, one launches an arrow, the other, that same greenish bolt of energy, strikes forward. One of them impacts the side of this creature, this gigantic hyena in the flank, and just shakes it as fur and flesh is burst off the side of this creature. It shakes on impact and then turns towards you and snarls. You see these giant globules of saliva just splatter down onto the floor. As the arrow hits into the the arm of one of the gnolls goes straight through, and the gnoll turns, looks at it, pulls the arrow out, barbs nods, throws it to the side as it looks over towards you running, and that is where we will roll initiative.
I thought so.
That's a D12.
I've rolled better initiatives in my day, personally.
I very rarely roll this well for initiative.
Wolfric never out of the tens.
No.
Wolfric always had good initiative because he had the shield.
In the
Oh,
20s.
yeah.
Which averaged out, really.
Okay, 25 to 20.
21.
20.
23.
Wow. So who got 22?
No.
Nobody.
Oh, who
Jamie got
21?
23. I got 21.
23.
And I get 20.
Oh, right, okay. And... Okay, 15 to 20?
17.
17. Okay. $10 to 15? 5 to 10?
8.
Nice job, Dex-based character.
Wonderful.
Alright, so, as they spring into action, realizing some of you at least are here, Tristan, you're up first. You are still hidden, currently.
I would like to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
So that I can get sort of the majority. So I can get everyone except from the guy on the far right.
Okay, you can do that.
Cube. Yeah.
What saving throw is it?
Dex, I believe. Yeah, Dex saving throw against a 15.
That is 2 fails, but the giant hyena does succeed.
Right. Okay.
So
Fair enough.
those 2 are verified, and as you release the spell, this poof of dust gently drifts down over them, sticking to all of the, to the silhouette of these creatures, highlighting them for the rest of your friends as they glow slightly with this purplish light, which makes them look a little less disarmed in terms of their ferocity. Would you like to do anything else?
With my bonus action, I'd like to inspire. Let's inspire Namari.
Okay, Gunnhild, you're up next. So, do you inspire Namari?
Yes.
Okay, so take your d6. Gunnhild, it's your go.
I would like to rage.
Get
You may.
purple d6.
And then I'm going to sprint over to the big ass hyena. And I'm going to
Yeah.
shove my axe in his face.
You can do that.
In theory. That's a natural 20.
Good start.
Yep. Alright, you hit, definitely.
15 slashing, and then my 2 rage, so 17 total.
17 total damage. Alright. So, as you leap from the bushes, you just into the side of this creature's head, and it sinks in, popping one of the eyes and taking out that part of the head, and just wrench back. You see this carve into its skull. It's broken underneath it, but still the creature turns and snarls. Which brings us to Namari.
I'm gonna attack it again.
Okay.
And I'm using my inspiration. That is 16.
That does hit.
It's 14. That's 18 damage.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So as this
That's
creature
okay.
turns towards Gunnhild and snarls, face gaping open, blood dripping from it, this bolt of green and blackish energy just slams into the side of its face, crushing the other side of it and just crumpling it as the head is snapped to the side with a sickening sound, and it drops to the ground, the sheer weight of it causing its own demise as it crumples onto the floor in a heap.
It's a good
Thank
start.
you. That helped.
Agreed.
I say to Tristan.
I look
Okay.
really disappointed that it didn't last long.
And that brings us to
I
the
look very
giant
happy about it.
Hi. Oh, it's already dead. So, the two hunters, one of them turns towards you, Ronan, and is going to make both of its attacks against
Mhm.
you. So, one of them is a natural 20. The other is a 14.
That doesn't hit.
Alright, so what's one? I got it. So that's 2d8.
Ugh.
So that's 16 points of damage as it strikes into you, and your speed is reduced to 10 feet until the end of its next turn.
No problem.
Your leg hits you in the calf, tearing the muscle open, and as you stumble for a moment, you pull yourself back up, and there's just this rent in your leg, which is pretty sore. And the other one is going to make both his attacks against you, Gunnhild.
But it's so far away.
It's not. That's a natural 20
Oh, yeah, that's gonna.
and 22.
Yeah.
So the natural 20 does 19 points of damage.
But I'm raging, so that's half
So
to
it-
8.
Yeah. No, half to 9.
9, sorry, I can math.
Yeah, and your speed is reduced by 10 feet. And then the second attack does 9 points of damage, and your speed is reduced by 10 feet.
So I can't move now.
So you can't move, no.
I'm Ace Ventura.
Yeah, Okay, and that ends their turn, which brings us to Euron.
I'm just going to turn fire against the guy that hit me.
Okay.
It's a natural 20. My hands are away, I can shoot the die.
Go for it.
Oh, just get wrecked. So that's 25 points of damage.
So as you stand yourself back up to your feet from the calf wound, you pull back on the bow, aiming down at you, and as it slides through the air. The creature is still aiming down its bow at you. You catch the end of the arrow, pulling a strand of the wood back up as it into its face and just goes for its nostril and to the ground. Would you like to do anything else with your time?
No. Wince in pain a lot.
Yeah. Which brings us to Tilly. You are still hidden.
Yeah. I was hoping something would come near a gun so I could sneak attack with melee. I guess I will do it with my sling though. So
Okay.
the one on the left is the one with the bow?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try and hit him with my sling.
You can do that.
I
You have
believe
advantage.
everything-
With yeah,
Oh, okay.
Well, you have double advantage. One, because you're hidden, and two, because
23.
that does hit, yeah?
I got my hit.
Yeah.
66.
Sneak attack as well.
Yeah, so that's 8 damage from the sling and from the sneak attack. Oh, one more, so 9 damage.
9 damage to that. Okay. So as you pick up a nearby rock, it strikes into the side of this target, and you can see it busts open the one of the front teeth of this creature as it off to the side. It goes,
And dwarves are medium, right?
yes.
So as a bonus action, I will take the hide action and hide behind gun.
So you hide behind Gunnhild. Her bit meaty form is just ample for you to be like behind.
Very sneaky.
So, and that brings us to this gnoll who is going to run up to you, Gunnhild, and with the axe is just going another natural 20.
Oh boy.
Hey, can you stop that, please?
gun is cut down to reveal a halfling.
They get smaller when you kill them. So that's 10 points of damage. Reduced to 5.
No, seriously, can you stop that, please? I'm very bloody right now.
Okay. And at the end of their go, goes to the top of the round again, which is Tristan.
How far away? How far away are we looking? Can I get to there? Yeah, and then I'll just cast the Vicious Mockery at it.
Okay. The one attacking Gunnhild right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Go for it.
It's
It's a wisdom saving throw, right?
It is Wisdom, yeah.
What's your DC?
15.
15. That's a 14.
Boom. So it takes a whopping 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage. All right. You just insult it a bit. It feels hurt. Its feelings are hurt. You've hurt its feelings.
Good. That's what I was aiming for.
Which brings us to Gunnhild.
No one makes me bleed my own blood. This guy's gonna die.
Make your attack roll.
Natural one. Apparently people do make me bleed my own blood.
You have advantage. It's verified.
Nine.
Misses.
In the number sense and the German sense.
Yes. So as you swing it with your axe, you realize that your legs just aren't working right now. As you go for a jumping strike, you just go, "Ah, ah," and your axe falls wide from the creature. Which brings us to Namari.
I'm going to attack the same guy with
Okay.
11.
Your advantage.
Oh.
Very fire.
That is better. That is 15.
15, that just hits.
Hex moved as well. That is 15 damage.
15 damage. Okay. So, once again, the streaking blast of energy catches this target, but this time the aim is slightly lower and it hits the leg of this creature and just spins it and upends it, and you just hear a crunch as its neck hits the ground.
I really like it when they do that.
Namari taking all of Gunnhild's kills. Which brings us to that one. So, you're no longer, both of you that have been hit by the arrows are no longer hobbled. You can now move again.
Fabulous, fabulous.
But the hunter is going to shoot you again, Gunnhild.
Of course. No, fuck you. No. No.
Wow.
Again, another natural 20. And a 6. So only one hits you. By the way, that was on your gold dice that you bought me.
This is bullying. I'm gonna get you done.
That's 10 points of damage, half the 5. Okay, and then it is going to move behind this bush. Yeah. Alright, which will bring it to Bryn.
Yeah, I'm gonna move Hunter's Mark onto him.
Okay.
And that's with advantage yet? Because of Firefire?
Yes, it does have partial cover, so.
That's a 7. No. Yeah, 17.
Just hits.
That's gonna be a 6, 4, 12.
12 points of damage. Alright. So, the arrow streaks through the bushes, and you see the bushes rattle as the arrow hits into the creature, and you hear it, "Oh!" And that will end your go, unless you'd like to move.
Yeah, I'm gonna move just directly behind this tree so that it can't shoot at me very well.
Okay. Which brings us to Tilly. Oh, by the way, Gunnhild, your speed is reduced by 10 feet again.
I emerge from my pin cushion cover. I will move over to this gnoll and attack him with my short sword, which
Okay.
I've drawn on the way.
Yeah.
Was fairy fire advantage? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fairy
good.
fire
That was a 3. That was a 14, so that is in total 20.
That does hit. Because you have advantage, you get your sneak attack.
Oh yeah. Oh boy. That was 5 from the short sword itself, and 2 more, so 7.
7 points of damage.
Mhm.
Okay. So as you run forward and stab at this creature with your short sword, it cuts into the side of it. But it still stands. It's looking really ragged at this point now. Which brings us to Tristan.
Cool. What's the range on throwing a dagger?
20 feet or 60 feet with disadvantage. But that would cancel out currently because of the
Actually.
advantage.
Yeah, I can move all the way up, but I don't want to. So yeah, I'm still going to move up, but I'll just move up to Gunnhild and yeah, throw a dagger.
Okay. Are you within the short range? You are not.
Well, then I'll
So-
move further up
Okay.
to there.
Okay. Go for it.
I get the advantage.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get
the
advantage.
cover are up, yeah.
It is in cover, but
Uh-huh.
that's just +2 to AC.
Going to be not natural 20.
That does hit, yep.
1d4 plus dex for a dagger, is it?
It is indeed.
Even if it's thrown, it's still plus dex.
Yep.
6 points of damage.
Okay, so as you skirt around the corner and you see Tilly harrying this creature, you just with a dagger and it into this creature and just in front of Tilly as it's raising up with its spear to attack you, Tilly. It just goes falls down. As Tristan gets a kill.
Yeah.
And Gunnhild gets none.
Sorry.
She gets wounds and no kills.
That went a lot cleaner, aside from what happened to Gun. Are you okay?
I'm like holding in my insides and pointing at my legs with several arrows sticking out of them. Very much not. No.
I feel like we're in a rush. So those potions we found?
Well, there's what Cheston?
Cheston Gilder ran, yeah.
Yeah.
And he
You can help.
seeing this all happen, he runs over and saying, right, hold still, this might tingle a bit. And he casts Cure Wounds on you.
Oh, thank God.
That is 6 points of healing.
Oh, a tickle. Still bloodied.
I'll do the same. I'll hobble over and cast a Cure Wounds. And that's going to be 9.
Okay.
Cool. We're in a good zone.
All right.
Right?
So, Skullbrand looks over. He goes, "Oh, the tomb of Ishfella.
Who's that?
I don't know. It just says on the door."
Oh,
Well,
turn to the
whoever's
party.
team it
Who's
is-
that?
Whoever's team it is, I guess we're going
Does
in.
anyone know who that is?
Make a history check.
Let's see.
I don't fucking know.
Eh.
Nope. Just saying straight away, I do not know.
Nope.
9.
Nope. None of you seem to know who Ishfella is.
This fella.
Anyway,
This fella. Yeah.
He said it was written above the shrine, or what language was it written in?
Colin,
Oh, Jamie, you've gone again.
you're super robo.
I'm quiet.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
Can I drink a potion of healing real quick?
Yes, you can.
I don't know who has one, but I desperately need one.
Go for it.
We got 2 last time, yeah.
What is it? 2d4 plus 2?
2d4 plus 2, yep.
Okay.
Who took them? Did we actually give them to individuals? I've got them written down, but
I don't think so, because there's the potion of is it hill giant strength as well?
Yeah.
that we
Potion of
done?
Hill Giant Strength, yeah. Because that was right at the end of last session, so you guys
Yeah.
didn't really have time to discuss it.
I feel like the tavern brawler should probably have that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you give Tilly the Potion of Hill Giant
Love
Strength.
that.
So it takes bonus action to drink. It makes your strength 21 for an hour.
Okay. It will come in handy one day, I'm sure.
In the last boss. Level 20. Oh, I forgot I had this.
Chug. Punch. One punch!
Okay. Are you making your way down into the...
Yes.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past. I'm hoping.
Diddly diddly doo.
out of nowhere, piano.
What
I
is
will
that?
attempt to sneak a little bit ahead of everyone, I guess.
Okay. Make that stealth check.
Not very far ahead, though. That is a 12 plus 6, so that's 18.
Okay. So, as you all make your way down into the into this tomb, with Tilly going slightly ahead, the set of stairs descends down around 15 feet, and the end of it there is a short corridor about maybe 8 to 12 feet long, and in that corridor, a few feet from the bottom of the stairs, are 2 gnoll bodies, great pools of blood sinking out from beneath them. And into the room beyond, you can see there is quite a small room with 2 pillars in that don't reach the top, and a door at the other side. And who of you speak Elvish?
I do.
So you 3 all see that this door, it says strength is a solution, and each of these pillars has the words strength written on them in Elvish. But in front of that, obviously, are these 2 gnoll bodies.
Are they in front of the pillars or in the corridor?
They're in the corridor before the room.
Okay, well, that's suspicious as all hell, so can I check around this room for, like, traps?
You can make an investigation check.
Oh boy.
What did the door say again? Strength is the what?
The solution.
The solution.
That's 19. We've got a solution of strength. That's a 19.
So you look around and you find that engraved into the stone on each side of the wall, directly where these 2 bodies are runes.
Okay. Like on the walls?
On the walls, yeah.
So would my assumption be that they went too close to these, or they passed them and that was enough? By
the looks of it, it looks like they've walked in the line that they make across. So there's some on that side of the wall and some on that side of the wall, and the bodies are in between them.
So it's kind of done like the Resident Evil movie lasers, so it's just...
No, not exactly. The gnolls, as you flip them over now, are covered in crisscross wounds everywhere.
Okay, but these runes are like carved into the wall.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like a mechanism so much as a magic thing.
Yeah, it's a magic trap.
Would I know anything about disabling that?
You can try.
I don't think with my background that I would.
There's
You can still try, though.
Okay, well, what would that be?
That would be a V-stool check.
I'm proficient in those. What attribute is it?
For this, it would be intelligence.
Oh boy, my strongest stat.
Oh no!
Actually, that's not bad. That's 17.
17. So, you've not seen anything like this before, but you just go, how does magic work? Maybe? And you just sort of chisel one of the runes away a bit with a dagger. Yeah. Put your hand through. Ah!
Definitely wouldn't put my hand through.
You put a gnoll's hand through.
Yes.
Oh, it works.
Okay, I gestures for everyone that they can follow me now.
Okay. So you walk into the room now. You see the room is about 30 feet wide, about 15, 20 feet long. There's a double door at the end of it, and these two thick, maybe 6-foot diameter pillars. Both say strength on them.
They
And
don't
the
reach
door
the
at the end. They don't reach the roof, no. And the door at the end says strength is the solution.
Is there anything like on the roof above them?
No, it's just a flat roof. Stone.
How big is the gap between the top of the pillar and the roof?
Maybe like 6 inches.
Do they look like part of the floor, or do they look separate?
They look like they're part of the floor.
Okay, well, there goes one idea I had.
I was just going to try and pick one up.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I guess I try and
Caber toss a
push one.
pillar.
You push one, okay?
Yeah.
You're trying to like actively like shove it over.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a strength check.
20. Not that.
Okay. You slam against the pillar, and for a moment you think it's shoving, but then you realise that's your shoulder slipping.
Yeah. Well, there goes that. Any ideas, Gun? You're the strength here.
So they can't be budged, from what you're saying. I'm not too good with riddles, to be fair. Strength is a solution.
That strength is the solution.
There's no. There's two. The words are on both pillars.
Strength is on
Strength.
both pillars, yes.
Is there any difference in how it's written?
Beyond minor carving differences, it doesn't seem to be that way.
Can I have a look around the room just to see if there's anything else?
Sure, I'll make an investigation check. Uh,
18.
You can't seem to see anything else in this room. It's a built brick stone around the edges, 2 pillars in the center, which are definitely secured to the floor, built into the floor. With heavy stone slabs. It seems like the pillars themselves are made up of rings, like donuts, basically, of or like pancakes of stone, round bricks.
Do they look loose?
Not particularly, no. They look very heavy.
Yeah, well, I'm very strong.
I have no idea.
Can I check out the door?
Yeah, sure. What exactly are you checking it out for?
I don't know. It's just if it's like a normal door, like normal lock, normal handle, normal hinges, if there's anything unusual about the door that does require some sort of trial.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Ooh, that one's
Spot
better.
out.
19.
Okay, so this door doesn't have a lock on it, doesn't have a handle. It's just 2 doors, stone doors. They don't look as strong as the pillars, but they're still stone doors. They don't seem to have any mechanism for opening.
And just for clarification, they don't open when we push them, right?
What, when you push the pillars?
The doors.
You can certainly try.
Let me add him.
Maybe
Okay.
both at the same time?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
Is
do you want to
this
help?
just straight strength or
So-
athletics?
Yeah, straight strength. You have advantage because Tilly is helping you.
23.
Okay. You, and it budges slightly, but
Maybe pushing the pillars at the same time? That sounded possible.
Maybe.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, we could try
Yeah,
that.
we can try that. Yeah.
I'll take the left pillar, Gun takes the right.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll-
I guess we try and push them both.
okay.
Try and help Tilly,
Both of you make strength checks.
because We're probably
I have
together as
both.
strong as Gun on her own.
Okay.
Okay.
16.
You have
8 with advantage.
you both push on the pillars, but they're just hard and fast.
Well, I guess it's not that then.
Is there anything unique about where the word strength is actually written, like on the stone? Like as a quick touch on that, does it budge?
It's if you look at when you're looking at it for an average human height, the word is at head height. So it would be at reading height, right? If you were to look, it would be at the height that you'd put something that you want someone to read. Touching it doesn't seem to do anything. It's engraved in the stone.
Really not too sure.
Have you considered gun starting from back here and just taking a run and start at the door and slamming into it?
And knocking yourself out?
It's better than my first solution. I was thinking I'd just punch it. I don't know. I don't do strength things. I got noodle arms.
Is the little priest boy with us as well? The young
Yep.
lad.
Gildebrand's here, yeah.
Any ideas?
Gillibrand?
Not really. At this point, I'm about at the same stage as that guy, and he points to Rowan and goes, "I don't know, punch it." Just run it really hard. That's all I can think of. It's the only strength-based thing I can think of.
Fair enough.
Alright, I'm gonna try and smash my way through the doors then.
Okay, you gonna punch it?
Not punch it, I want to break my knuckles.
Okay, you
Use your
axe me.
shoulder.
Are you using a weapon, or are you using your body?
I'll use the haft of my axe.
Okay, just like... Okay, make a great axe attack then.
Okay.
Against the door. Attack the door, Susie.
It's 24.
Okay, so you into it and you poke a hole through wood.
Motherfucker. I just...
There seems to be some magical fuckery.
And as
going
you
on.
smash, the illusion, which none of you had failed to notice, dissipates, revealing a set of flimsy wooden doors that you smash through with your axe.
But we pushed them.
You believed it was stone.
We were pushing very hard still.
That's the way illusions work. So, as you open the doors, the corridor beyond, it seems as if it started to break down slightly, and it's begun to fill with water to about 3 feet high as it dips down and the floor has crumbled away.
Well,
But
Tilly's
it
right on
bends
someone's
round to the right.
shoulder.
So as you make your way around this corridor, Tilly on someone's shoulders, you get to the next room, and this room has another door at the end of it, another double door. And in the center of the room, there is a plinth, and on top of the plinth is a thin and shallow, large brass bowl. And this door, above it, again in Elvish, says, "But what is the problem?"
I still don't know this one either.
I was right about smashing through it. Do we just stick with my plans? For my first thing comes to head, we drink the water. Let's do it.
There is no water in the bowl.
Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, there was water in the last room. We can fill it up.
No, wait. Strength is the solution, but what's the problem? The problem was that we saw an illusion of stone, right? We believed it was. Is this another illusion?
Making an investigation check.
That's just a straight roll. That's 15.
This does not seem to you to be an illusion. This ball is thin. There is a tiny pinprick hole in the middle of it. At the very middle of it. The doors beyond seem to you to the stone. They are similar to the previous doors, but these actually have grooves in that look like they slide. as opposed to the flat stone doors of before.
All right. Someone, I'm gonna put my finger over the hole in the bowl.
Yep.
To block it. Someone put water in this.
Can I reach the bowl?
Gildebrand rushes over and just sort of starts scooping a bit of water in, because this room is flooded as well.
Mm-hmm.
Starts scooping water in.
I take my finger out.
Little bloop, bloop, and some of the water starts to sink in.
Any action with the doors?
Seemingly not.
Fuck.
I don't know. I feel like strength is the answer to a lot of things, depending on who you ask.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go over and give those doors a whack as well.
Crunk! It's definitely stone. And Gildebrand goes, well, this tomb was built. It's where the key is, right, for the other vault, which contains the problem. Right? The problem is, well, the gnolls, and the gnolls were made from whatever's in that vault. So what is that problem?
Water? What?
I mean, the gnolls are all about hunger, right? What about thirst? Is thirst something?
Blood?
Maybe
Yeah,
the
man.
water makes them that way.
The writing in the other room was in Elvish, right?
Mm-hmm. The writing in this room is also in Elvish.
Okay. So I can't read it.
No.
Heck if I know then.
What if the beast
So
creating the
strength is
water?
a solution.
I mean, the creature
I
Would
makes
be
the
the
water
problem.
bad. Maybe that's.
don't think it's the water. What is this creature you're talking about?
What's his name again?
I don't
Something
think at
past.
this point. I don't think the creature that's making the swamp fucked up is tied to this cult. I think that's
Yeah,
the
I
cult
mean-
and the monster are separate things.
I don't think that creature's anything to do with anything. We keep going around it. It's nothing.
What's the
Can we
name
put
of the-
can we put water into the bowl, and maybe add some of the grass to purify it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
Could
like
work.
clean looking water, right? Wasn't it?
The water in here just appears to be swamp water.
Could work, and if it doesn't work, well, then we can just get the grass back out.
Yeah, I'll do it anyway.
Okay. So you put some grass in the water. Doesn't seem to change. The water gets a bit clearer. Doesn't seem to change anything beyond that.
Hmm.
Is the water hiding anything? Maybe the fact that the room is flooded. Is there any additional message?
The flooding of the room appears to be from a hole that has developed over time in the roof of the corridor you just came from, and you can see the water is trickling down. It just appears to be natural decay of this area.
Can I think about any like sayings and stuff that I've heard?
Make a general.
Actually, nope. I walk over to the bowl. I take out that little bottle of spirits I've got and pour some in.
Okay.
Does that do anything?
Doesn't seem to. It smells slightly of alcohol now.
Dang.
Don't waste it, drink it.
I
Just
give
you can
a-
just sit underneath when the hole's
annoyed
open.
look, put it away. I thought it might have been like alcohol strength. Going to like the solution.
I'm gonna quickly wade back to the two dead gnoll guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna lop off an arm or a hand or something,
Okay.
and I'm gonna bring it back and just plop it in the bowl.
All right. So you plop it in the bowl, and some of the blood oozes out down into the pinprick hole, and the door's open.
Nice.
And you're immediately greeted by a, "Oh, well, hello there." And as you look through into the room, this being begins to float off the floor, this one central eye with stalks coming out the side and a giant mouth and a tongue that lolls out the side that doesn't move as it speaks, but there are 4 eye stalks. It goes, Oh, it's been so long since I've had visitors. Welcome, welcome. Come in, sit down. I would make you tea, but I broke the teapot over 100 years ago. Please come in, come in. And you hear this echoing about in your head like a voice bouncing around in an empty room.
You okay?
Yeah, sure, why not?
He's
Who's-
nice.
Whose shoulders am I on?
Whose shoulders are you on?
I don't know. Whoever would have offered.
Probably not mine, 'cause I can barely keep my own weight up.
You can be on mine if you like.
Okay. Please don't drop me.
I'm just
this-
kind of like holding onto your feet, like, what the fuck?
This chamber beyond is not flooded.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple of steps up to it, so it's definitely not flooded.
I'm heading in.
Yeah.
It's, oh, welcome. Oh, it's so lovely to see you. Well, my name is Ishfella Prime, and I am the creator of this tomb. It's wonderful to have some conversation. I've been waiting for it for so long. Oh, I must say, aren't you a wonderful group? Oh, I do love your hair. And this creature doesn't appear to be pointing to anyone in particular. Oh, so what are we all doing today? Are you having a good day?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Better than yesterday. Can't
Really?
confirm better than yesterday.
Do tell me what happened yesterday. It sort of hovers over towards you, one eye in the face.
Well, it was almost my very last day.
Oh, that's
It
dreadful.
wasn't.
The breath of this creature really stinks, and it's sort of the tongue lolls around in the mouth. It's like the tongue is about 3 times longer than the mouth is long. It comes to a point at the end, it just out of this creature's mouth. So, do tell me, what exactly almost caused it to be your last day?
And there's a lot of creatures eating other creatures.
Oh, that's absolutely terrible. I wonder why that is. Good job I'm safe and sound here, right, in my vault.
Quick update on situation. There's kind of a crazy cult that want to get in here. The leader is looking for you. I think maybe
looking for me.
a
Oh,
key?
that's a key. I'm not sure I've heard of a key. I mean, there's many keys. I have a key of things I own. You know, like a key, like a contents on a page in a book. Yes, like a key like that. But I don't own a key very exactly. What is it? Key.
Some quick. I mean, there was no one here before us.
No one here before. You're the first visitors I've had in so long. Yes, it's lovely. It gets a bit lonely down here, a little bit maddening.
And he's probably on the way here, huh? If he's not here yet.
More people to talk to. Oh, absolutely.
Not very.
Wonderful.
The eaty kind. The eaty kind.
Oh, I'd love a bite to eat. It's been very long. I don't even know if I actually need to eat, that said. But I'd love a bite to eat. I used to enjoy cream cakes. Yes, cream
Oh
cakes.
no, no, they don't. They don't.
I'm
Yes.
just kind of staring at it.
Yes, cream cakes. Oh, I do love cream. Or chocolate eclair. Oh, wonderful. Do you like chocolate eclairs?
I absolutely love them. I prefer them to
Oh,
human flesh,
wonderful.
which is what that guy's.
Oh, I don't like human flesh. No.
No, no, good.
Yes,
Very good.
would you like to go get a cream cake someday? I think cream cakes are delicious. I'm not quite sure I can actually leave this room, but if I could, I'd go get a cream cake right now. Cream
How-
cakes.
Did you get into this room?
Well, I built this place, of course, I think. Yes, I did. My name is Ishfella Prime, and I built this place. This is my vault. This is my tomb. My tomb, no, my vault. It's my place.
You too?
You're alive.
Can I
though. Why
try
do you
and
need a
touch?
tomb?
I don't need a tomb. What gave you the idea that this was a tomb?
Can I take a quick look around the room
the
to
word
see
you
what the
said?
contents of the room are?
Yeah, sure. So
Is there quite clearly like a sarcophagus, please? Or
there is
no?
quite clearly absolutely nothing in this room. It is bare as bones, aside from a single door at the back, behind where the creature is. And the creature is moving in an arc, so it's always in front of that door.
Ha! Namari says she wants to try and touch it.
I do want to try and touch it.
Oh, I wouldn't recommend touching that door if I would you. I have this strange compulsion that if you were to touch that door, I'd have to disintegrate you. And
No,
that's
I
terrible.
would like to touch the creature.
Oh, right, you
Oh.
reach up and touch it. And he goes, oh,
Hi,
That's-
sorry.
that's very strange. Your hand is very cold. You should learn to warm it before you touch people. That's rude. Oh.
I do apologize.
Yeah.
What was that about disintegrating?
Well,
I mean, what was that about?
I have this strange compulsion that if you try to get into that door behind me, I'll have to disintegrate you. But I have a feeling there was something you could do, and if you did it, I could let you through. I don't know why I'm saying this right now, really, but I do enjoy a good conversation, so let's just carry on talking anyway, shall we?
Let's, yes. Does it
Yeah.
have anything to do with cream cakes by any chance?
Oh, well, are we talking about cream cakes again? I could talk about cream cakes forever. Oh, they are delightful.
Well, we can't because we're in a hurry.
Oh, are you? That's a shame. You know, I always say that no matter what's going on in the world, there's always time for a wonderful cup of tea and a cream cake. Makes all your problems go away. It just relaxes you. Lovely. Yes, cream cake. A little bit, tiny bit of brandy in the tea if you're feeling a bit down and you feel wonderful. It just perks you right up on a warm winter's day as well. Oh, yes. So, yes.
I lean over to Tristan. Can you make him a cup of tea? I don't know if it...
I can make things taste different. I can't just conjure tea, unfortunately.
But we can heat things up and we have water.
I wonder if we could just offer him like a
I
ration
could
and you
do
make it
that.
taste like a cream cake.
Yeah,
I could do that. Let's do that.
Just like a cream. I think we have something for you here, if you're interested.
Oh, ooh, exactly what is that? Yes.
And I take part of one of my rations.
Oh, what is that?
Well, it doesn't look like much, but I do promise you, it tastes absolutely delightful. It's just a piece of cornbread or something.
Oh, okay, yes. Well, just I don't have any hands, you see, so you have to just place it on my tongue, and the tongue's like, yeah.
I do cast prestidigitation on it as well to make it taste.
And as you put it on his tongue, it goes, like rolls back up into his mouth. Oh, you're right. That tastes exactly like a cream cake. What a wonderful thing. Yes, that's very nice. Yes, I do love a big cream cake. So, what else do you want to talk about, really? I've got all sorts of conversations. We could talk about this wonderful day it is outside. I could hear a bird chirp earlier, which was lovely.
Yeah. I would love to know more about this place that you built by your very self.
Oh, well, you see, there's exactly 718 bricks in this room. Yes. That door is 11.7 kilograms per cubic half foot.
0.7,
Yes.
you say?
Yes, 0.7. Yes. Yes. The door behind me, not supposed to put people through it unless they're nice to me. Unless they're nice to... Yes. I think I said too much.
No.
Would you like to go through the door?
Yes,
you're
that would
among
be
friends.
Only with your
You're
permission,
on
of
ring.
course.
I've been such a wonderful conversation. It's just right then, of course. And you
Are you coming with us?
We didn't die.
Storm through that fucking door.
The fuck
Yeah,
just happened?
I don't know, but it was delightful. I think.
I think.
I can't form an opinion yet. This is going to have to process.
Check the dust. If it's another
A
illusion.
little sprinkling of dust everywhere. Yeah, you can make an investigation check.
Oh, I've already walked over to the door and opened it.
Yeah, the door's a
That's a
stone
natural
door.
20.
It's dust. It's a stone door with a round handle on it. You open up the handle, and you look inside, and there's a very small room, and in the center of it is a sarcophagus.
Yeah, okay, I motion people to follow me quickly because we're in a hurry.
You know, this is not the strangest conversation I've had with weird otherworldly beings.
I would hope it
We'll
was.
put a pin in that. We'll come back to that one.
But they never wanted cream cakes, that's new.
But yeah, let's all hurry into the sarcophagus room.
We need to get this thing open.
Pop this baby.
Yeah. So as you slide the top of this coffin,
Any traps? No. Okay.
you already the top of the coffin says Ishfel, right? And as you slide it open, a little spark of blue, and you hear, So it seems that the blood of the beast is finally at risk. To those of you that step into this tomb, I wish you good luck on your quest to defeat it. Take the key and end the threat started so long ago. Oh, and sorry for the puzzles. I do like, or rather liked, a good joke. And the blue spark fades away. You see inside the tomb is a long, dead figure, arms crossed, wearing wondrous long garbs and a staff placed by their side. And clutched in their hands is a satchel, a bag, with a small note written on it in old, faded parchment that says, "Some extra gifts."
Ooh.
Nice.
I like this person. I like them a lot.
So I'm assuming the staff is the key?
The staff just looks like a wooden staff. It's like at this point mostly rotted and.
Oh. Okay.
How,
maybe it's
how
just-
intact are the robes, though? They're like.
The robes appear like Tristan's clothing. They appear to be kept clean in spite of the situation they're in.
Let's
Is
have
that
those.
magical?
Uh,
I feel a bit bad about robbing him of, everything.
The voice that you heard was distinctly feminine.
Oh, her. Of
Okay,
everything.
well, I pull that satchel out of those bony fingers.
Okay, so as you go to grab the satchel, the fingers just let go of it. As you take it away, opening up the satchel inside, you find a long brass rod with multiple rectangular protrusions sticking out from it. That reads, along the side there is an inscription that says, "May the unlocking of this darkness bring weal and not woe."
Well, that'll be our key.
Mm-hmm.
And inside as well, there is a rolled up piece of parchment and two small bags.
I look inside one bag, I guess.
Look inside
I'd
the
like to look
bag.
inside one.
You look inside the bag and it looks like a pile of fine sand.
What? No idea what that is.
Inside the other.
Look inside the other. That one, it is this white, slightly off-white, like bonish coloured dust.
Cool, 2 bags of dust.
Take both, yeah. Do we take the robes?
The robes are on the figure.
Seems rude.
It does.
They are ragged.
they're
They just
giving
don't
us
look.
stuff.
Oh.
They just don't look like the level that they should be from the period of time they appear to be in here.
Well, I'll
Do they-
take the
does-
key, I guess.
Do they seem magical?
They do not. No, they just
No.
seem to have a tiny, minor, almost completely
Yeah,
faded
we'll
at this
leave them
point,
alone.
enchanted to make them look nicer.
Okay, that's fine. Then
Okay, she can keep them.
dignity.
It's just like permanent Sion prestidigitation. Prestidigitation.
Well, we've got the key. Let's get to that vault then. Before whoever this
Out of respect,
guy is stands up.
prestidigitate around them as well.
Okay. Clean her up.
I'll put the lid back on before we go.
From the sounds of things, we don't want to run into this guy until we've messed with this vault.
Yeah, if you can't die, then that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, definitely.
So where is he? Is the problem.
Hopefully not here, and hopefully not in his vault. So we should go.
Gildebrand goes, well, they know they've sent people here to find them, which means Kicknish is probably not coming. I've noticed that in places that he's gone before, sometimes he'll send one of those giant creatures instead of himself. Sort of like a macabre form of a blessing.
Alright.
Well, I feel like if he doesn't hear back from the men he sent out here, he might either put together a search party and send them out. Meaning there's less people in camp, or maybe he would eventually go out himself if he doesn't hear anything back. Just a thought. I mean, if this key is so important, I don't think he'd, ignore this.
Is the key like he's searching for it so no one else can have it, sort of deal? Is that what this is?
Oh, he wanted to open the vault, I think.
But if we open the vault, he becomes mortal. Is that not? I'm confused.
By the sounds of what I've heard, it seems like what is in the vault in someone else's hands can defeat him, but in his hands will make him stronger.
Right.
Okay.
Wherever he is, we need to head back to that camp.
Well,
Raise a little hell.
not to sound cowardly, but could we not flee for now? Get at least our friend out of danger, return to the town.
No, I'm not going back. I need to help with this.
Okay. Well, I respect that a lot.
I have to do something.
Then we need to find somewhere far from here so that we can rest and be prepared for, I don't know, not an assault. Tilly, you seen that place?
So the vault is in the camp, right?
Yeah, it's the
in-
arena.
The arena is a front for the vault. The vault is at the back.
We don't have to fight the whole thing head on.
But one wrong move and it all comes crashing down on us.
But then we don't make wrong moves.
Easier said than done.
Yeah. I mean,
I just don't think sneaking off somewhere and hiding for a while is going to make any difference here.
How many hit points have you each got right now?
I'm on full health with all hit dice.
13.
22 for me.
Yeah, I'm just not blooded.
I'm full, but I only have one spell left, so.
Yeah, I have one spell left. But, like, we don't necessarily need to, like, back off and, like, stay away for an extended period of time. Just, if they don't return with the key, and if he comes and finds the key, maybe he becomes enraged, maybe they start making mistakes, maybe he sends more people out looking in different places. So if we can secure somewhere that we can hold up, and if we start seeing people leave or more activity, then there's less for us to deal with when we get there.
And yeah, maybe he does send people out. Maybe he sends people to this town and burns it down while we're out here not doing anything.
Was the arena
No one in the town knew.
like in the middle of the camp?
More or less, yes.
So if we flooded the camp, the arena would also be underwater.
How do you want to float the camp?
Get rid of the wooden palisades holding back.
The palisade wall.
Isengard it was.
That's what I thought. That would be a pretty big distraction.
I feel like it's a definite point to consider.
Well, the camp is down below, and I can, like, there's a ridge. I could quite easily stick to the ridge and just overwatch and take people out, if necessary. But the camp is huge in comparison to the camps we just seen. There's two of those huge hyena creatures there as well, right by the arena. Have we seen them?
If we stay here for now and rest, maybe if he sends a smaller party.
We just keep cutting them
Whittling.
down as they come.
If he sends a smaller party, it's hard to say. I don't know what these creatures are thinking.
Oh, he comes by himself and his immortal ass kills all of us?
Yeah, we don't stay here for sure.
We can let him know that we have the key. Get him somewhere where we have the upper hand.
Just scroll, come and find us, fucker, on the wall.
How do we ever have the upper hand against something we can't kill?
Well, we can send him there. Meanwhile, we're not there, but we're in the camp.
And can't kill doesn't necessarily mean
Can't be beaten.
will remain in combat forever.
Mm.
It could be subdued, tied down, distracted, forced to retreat. I don't know. I know we have to leave here, and I think we have to leave here quick.
Yeah, we can't.
I think
hang around
Tilly's
here.
right.
And if the lad doesn't want to go back home, then we need to get this done.
I would appreciate a little bit of a rest before, though.
Yeah, I mean, a
Oh,
rest.
I think we all would.
Yeah, I'm not saying go now. I understand if you guys need to wait.
Yeah.
Something.
Okay. So do you make your way
Has to hold up.
out of the tomb? So as you make your way back outside, do you just want to head off in a direction and find somewhere to essentially wait for a bit? Is that what I'm getting here? Is that what
Yes,
you're saying?
Yeah.
You want to
A
do?
rest.
Mm.
A short rest is what you're saying. You want to go somewhere and short rest. Right. Okay. In that case, then, Ronan, make a survival check for me, please.
How big is this key, by the way?
It's like a foot long.
Okay.
Does it
So we
have to
definitely-
be survivable?
We
It's-
definitely noticed the
it's-
thing it goes in.
Yeah, it's just Ronan making.
22.
Okay, so you lead the party off, and you find a place where there's a larger patch that you can sit on, and you could just relax for a moment. You take a short rest. Would you like to do anything during the short rest?
Oh, hit dice.
I would like to play my Song of Rest,
Okay.
Oh, what does that do?
which does a thing.
Okay.
Do you actually feel like I'm in Skellige right now?
Thank you.
I'll
This
I'll
one
patrol around
sounded-
and like keep watch because I don't need to rest.
Everyone gets an extra D6.
Oh, tight.
Healed.
Oh, fine. Hold on.
Do you want to do anything with anything you got from the crypt? The tomb?
Yeah, I'd like to try and see what is what.
You
Yeah.
need to roll that d6, Jamie.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to roll it.
You roll it, and everyone else gets it.
Cock. 4.
Everyone gets 4 extra hit points.
Tight and back up to full.
So you spend some time looking through the dust and looking through the scroll. The scroll is fairly easily identifiable as a scroll of enlarge/reduce, written, it seems, by the hand of a wizard. So it would take intelligence to cast. The first bag of dust, the sort of fine sand-like one, you figure out to be what is known as dust of disappearance. You can throw it up into the air and make everything in an area, including people, invisible for a period of time. And the final one, the bag of sort of white bony powder, is dust of dryness. Throwing a pinch of the dust onto water will make a large cube of that water get sucked into a tiny pearl, which when crushed releases that water. And I have those 2 down as their actual item cards, so you can read them. And as you figure these things out and you take your rest, continue to figure out this plan that you have concocted, we'll end tonight's session. Next week, seems like you guys have a camp to storm.
It's gonna go well, I'm sure it will.
Well. Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, it's fine, you know.
It's gonna,
Uh,
it's gonna be fine.
it's be good, yeah. So,
Fine.
thank you very much, everybody, for joining us for this session. I hope you all had a great time. If you want to catch more, you can catch up on the rest of this. There's only been 2 previous episodes so far, so it's a great time to catch up because there's not a huge backlog right now. You can catch up on the YouTube channel. Aside from that, do we have Bike Club this week, Susie? Next week. Okay, so next week we will be back, and then the Wednesday of next week as well, we should have another episode of Bike Club, the Curse of Strahd campaign that a bunch of us are also in. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please do let us know. It's always a great help if we know that you guys are liking this. Tune in next week. Oh, and also tune into the rest of Susie's great streams. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.